Welcome back to the Graham Stephan Show. So lately the YouTube algorithm started pushing this content on me. It's called 90 Day Fiancé. Now for those who aren't familiar with it, it's basically where two almost complete strangers have to get married in 90 days. Otherwise, the other person doesn't get a green card. Now naturally, that leads to a disaster of a scenario where they get in fights, they realize the person they're about to marry isn't the person they thought they were. It's just bad news. Now normally I wouldn't click on a video like this, but this guy's got a Ford GT, and so do I. So from one Ford GT owner to another, I'm going to give you relationship advice. We'll see what happens. Enjoy. All right, so already she is half his age. What's the saying? It's half your age plus 8? Is that the recommended rule of thumb? Half the age plus 7. So already she's below the rule.
Hey, sweetie. Are you ready?
Yes.
You look great. I'm going to take Juliana out for a little spin.
All right.
Okay, we won't be long.
Can I watch TV?
You can watch TV.
Can I play video games?
You can play video games.
This kid is so excited for them to leave the house so he could play video games. To be a kid again, and like that was the moment your excitement goes from 0 to 10 so quickly. It's like a puppy. It's like you play a little toy with a puppy, they go crazy. It's like that's what it's like to be a kid. Look at this. By the way, did anyone notice he has a hamster? He's playing with the hamster as he's getting excited about playing video games. This is the most wholesome thing I have ever seen.
Can we breathe?
Of course you can.
Can we go to the bathroom?
Yes, Max.
It's just a simpler time. You don't realize how good you have it when you're 8 years old, you know? Those are the days. Back then, it's like you would think what I would do to be an adult, and now it's like what I would do to be 8 again. Man, but this guy, at least he's a boss dad.
Juliana's here and meeting the kids and to bring together all of the loves of my life into one place at once is awesome.
Oh man, that's the other love of his life, is this Ford GT. To bring all of these together with his family, his new fiance, the Ford GT. And the funny thing is, we have the exact same color combination, the white with the blue stripes. Now, I'm curious if he has the red painted calipers. That's the only thing this needs. You know what would be funny? If I ended up buying his car. If like something happened with him and like a divorce, he had to sell the car, and like I bought this car. I don't think so though. That would be funny if it was his.
I think Michael car is a badass. It's so cool.
Yeah, exactly. That is a badass car. I like it. This looks so cool. It's kind of odd to me that it's like not the car that I would imagine in this garage with this guy. You know, it's like usually I don't want to say anything bad. It's just you wouldn't think that's quite a family car, like a guy with 2 kids and what looks to be a moderate house, and then you pull up the garage. There's a Ford GT sitting there. Wow.
I want to get my license, but I don't want to drive then. I want to drive my own car. Because if something happened, oh my God, what did you do with my car?
At least she's conscious of that. It's like, it would be even worse if she just wants to drive the Ford GT and doesn't care what happens to it.
After Sarah and I got a divorce, I found a really nice 2-bedroom close to town, but we have outgrown it, so we have decided to buy a house. And it's time to look for...
Oh, see, he doesn't have the red painted calipers, so I already know that's not my car.
It's time to look for some furniture.
That's the worst car to drive to go furniture shopping. First of all, you never want the salesperson to know you got money. If they see you pulling up in that car, they're automatically going to start charging you more. I swear, I know for a fact, well, I don't want to say know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure I've gotten bid much higher when they see the car. So I purposely try to keep it away. I don't let contractors see it. Preferably no one knows you got the car. But yeah, that's bad. That's bad to pull up there.
A lot of stuff, huh? Mm-hmm. I think we can go this way.
Who walks around like that? They're very, it's like they're attached. It's like at this point they're almost conjoined. Like it would make the other person feel uncomfortable just how like grabby they are in the other person. Maybe that's just me.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Welcome to the store.
Thank you very much.
What are you guys looking for?
Oh, that's Timothy Olton in the background. I love it. He is fantastic for furniture. If you ever want really cool designs, Timothy Olton. He actually gave me the inspiration for a lot of the pieces that I have here. I don't want to say him personally. I don't know the guy. But I love his aesthetic. And yeah, so the black walls, like kind of this sort of industrial, fancy look. I love his whole design.
We are should be closing on a house any day now and moving. She just came to America.
Welcome. Wow, that's
Thank you.
that's a big deal.
He's given a lot of information to the salesperson here, who's basically just wants to unload some of this furniture, and he's like, yeah, we just bought a house, we're getting married. Doesn't matter. How many square feet is your house? What spaces do you need? That's it.
Yeah, a big step.
So now you're going to be living together
Yeah.
and purchasing a house.
Why is it her business if they're living together now? I don't know. To me, this seems way too personal for furniture. I don't know.
So I'll bring you over to this area of the store.
See, look at this. Why are they like hugging onto each other all the time? I mean, can there not be any sort of separation? I feel like they're just making everything uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable now.
Kind of take a look around.
By the way, those mirrors are so cool. Unfortunately, they're like $5,000, $6,000 if you want to buy one of those infinity mirrors. Ask me how I know. I thought they were so neat, but yeah, too expensive.
You'll have to see if you guys have similar tastes.
Yeah.
Right? In furniture? Well, in a lot of things, right?
Oh, what? Again, first of all, they're way too touchy-feely. They're volunteering way too information, and the salesperson is way too invested, I think, in their marriage already.
What is that, amor? This?
This?
Yeah.
I bet it's probably sea sponge. You know what sea sponge is?
Yes.
Yeah, she's not stupid. Do you know what a sea sponge is? Yes, we've all seen SpongeBob. We know what a sea sponge is. Oh, look over there. That's Patrick, dried up and dead. Anyway, they try to sell these things, and they're so ridiculously expensive. They look cool, but I bet this thing would be like $500-$600. Like, why? Why? For a dead sponge?
Sea sponge.
You know what I do for fun? I get one of those, like, the sink sponges and put that in there instead. Save the money.
I watch Bob Sponge.
Yeah, his kids watch SpongeBob, too.
Do either of you have expensive taste?
Oh my God.
Me? I? Or he? I don't have. I don't know.
Of course she does.
Why is she laughing? Why couldn't they answer that? I feel like that's not a bad thing. If he has expensive taste, then I feel like people would be like, oh yeah, great, he's got good taste. But if she has expensive taste, it's like, oh no, don't do that. She has expensive taste. Just answer the question.
So why you give me a credit card?
I thought I could trust you. I learned.
Oh no, they're starting off already. What happened? I hate to say it, but it just seems like a dynamic of like a father and a daughter. That's the vibes it's given me here, that, he's got to watch her spending. He's got to make sure that she's not going too crazy. He's asking her what a sponge is. I mean, it's just weird.
I like
If you
that.
wanted to just purchase the whole thing as is, it's about $13,000, $14,000.
Oh man, that's the thing with these furniture places. Why is it so much? $14,000? Buy a car for 14 grand. You can't drive a couch. You could find a very similar couch online, I bet, for 2 grand. And even 2 grand, I mean, that's a decently priced couch. But yeah, with some design like this, why 14 grand?
Juliana, do you like that one?
I love this.
What do you like about it?
It looks stained. It looks like you just have his kids play around on a white couch, play with markers, and it look the same as this.
You just have to think about,
I
like,
know.
down the road, are you going to still love this in 5 years?
I don't know. That's what I wonder how she'll feel about me in 5 years.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Okay.
Is that a joke? I feel like that's not something you joke about. Like, I feel like in healthy relationships, like, you don't joke about the other person not being into you 5 years from now. I think he's worried about that, and that's concerning to me, that he feels like she could off and leave in 5 years, and they're getting married. I could already see it's him that's making me more uncomfortable than her. I hate to say it.
I've been very fortunate that I've had some success in life, but it doesn't mean I'm not flippant about my money. I'm not flippant about what I spend my money on, and we have to decide if it's really the right use of our money. It is quite expensive. I guess we can think about it. but
I think
we
it can look more.
Yeah, we'll keep looking. No hurry.
Why is she fed up with that? See, imagine if he's trying to lure her in here and be like, oh, look at how much money I have. I got this car, this and that. So she arrives here thinking he has all this money and spending it. And meanwhile, he's like,
No, actually, we're not going to spend that. Oh, that's too much money. Let's wait on that.
why is he showing her a $14,000 couch with zero intention of buying a $14,000 couch? Don't take her to what looks to be HD Buttercup. If you're not going to buy anything at HD Buttercup, go somewhere else. Take her to IKEA.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Can I have coffee?
Yeah. There's a coffee shop.
Why does she need your permission to buy a coffee? Just, oh man, this whole dynamic is throwing me off. That's a great chair, though. I love that chair.
Not the best thing to buy right now, is it?
Again, it sounds like they're having like a father-daughter talk. Like, hey, listen, honey, you saw that's not a good thing to buy right now, right? Like finances, so we're gonna add this up and subtract it from the bank account. You know what a number is, right? Like, the big numbers, yeah, we're gonna take that down and then you have less numbers. It's like, I don't get why he's treating her like this.
The two of you discussed like finances at all and like
We haven't we haven't yet really talked a lot about finances, shared finances, and no. No.
Terrible, terrible. Why would you be getting married to someone you haven't talked finances with? I feel bad for her. It seems like she has no idea what she's getting into, and he has, meanwhile, all the experience of, probably handling these situations in the past. And, yeah, and I feel bad for her.
I know you're me sometimes.
I mean?
Yeah.
About what?
You know, credit cards and
Well, yeah, I was a little upset about the spending on the car,
What does he expect, though? Let's be real, okay? He's giving a 23-year-old access to a credit card without talking about her expectations of personal finance, money, any of this stuff. He's basically handing, a very dangerous item to someone who might not be able to handle it properly. Of course, unfortunately, that's on him. He can't just be giving a credit card to someone he doesn't fully trust and know like that. And that doesn't necessarily excuse her going spending on the credit card, but probably she just doesn't know any better, and that's on him.
Roughly a month ago, Juliana bought an automobile on my credit card. I'm happy to help her, of course, but why the would you buy an automobile within weeks of when you're coming to America?
Wait, so she used his credit card to buy an automobile? First of all, I didn't know you could buy a car with a credit card. That changes everything, unless she did that in Brazil. That's the only thing I could think of, and then she moved here, and he's like, why did you buy a car there if you just moved here? Most likely she did that to give the car to somebody else, maybe family or something like that.
I didn't know if the visa worked out. The process was so long, like, how can I say, it's stressful, and I thought it was never gonna happen, and I just bought a car.
Oh man, so she didn't know if he was gonna marry her or not, so she figured, well, at least if he doesn't marry me, I'm gonna get a car. That's a fair trade-off, but at least put a limit on the credit card, right? Like keep the limit at like $3,000, so that way if it hits $3,000, you kind of know. Just, I don't know. To me, this seems like she just wanted to get a car out of it. To him, I don't know what's going on with him. He should know better.
Wasn't a lot of money for Michael, but for me, any money coming is helping me,
I promised I was going to help no matter what.
Oh, that's not a good excuse.
Oh, it's not a lot of money to him, but to me it's a lot of money.
That doesn't justify it, though. Regardless of if it's a lot of money, it could be $10. If you're taking that from him and you're doing something he wouldn't be happy with his money, that's not good. I just see this thing going downhill. Usually I feel like if I watch these episodes, you could kind of get a sense of like, they're probably going to try to work things out. This one, I just see no hope for. Unfortunately, it seems like after his divorce, and again, I'm just speculating here. This is Graham Stephan relationship advice. It feels to me like after his divorce, he wants to just basically get, some young, good-looking girl that he could, have a little control over. I mean, that seems to be what's going on here. But the whole dynamic between them is very much, I think, extremely unhealthy.
What's the car doing now? Just probably sitting there at your house, right?
No, it's using for a cab.
For cab?
Yeah.
Who's using
My
it?
sister uses it.
She's driving it as a cab to make money?
Mm-hmm.
Aw, man, why couldn't they just sell the car and give him his money back? It's not like, I bought a car, can't sell it ever again. I don't know. The whole thing, I had a feeling she was buying this for her sister to begin with. She's buying it for family, and they're going to use that car. But now he's basically just giving her family money. I don't know how much that car is worth. My guess, it's probably a $10,000 to $15,000 car. That's probably my guess.
I'm so stupid.
We're done. We're moving on. Maybe I'm not seeing what the reality was, but it was hurtful. I felt that she was making a choice where she was deciding she didn't have enough faith and confidence in our relationship at the time.
Yeah, so what does that tell you? When she's not sure about something, she's just going to take while she still can. Because what's the downside for her? Oh, well, I don't get married, I got the car. But if we do get married, then the car's not going to matter anyway. What? This is awful.
And she wasn't so sure this was ever going to happen.
Let's go see what the comments have to say about this. Sometimes the smartest thing to do is to play dumb, and she knows it. Well, you know what? He's, I think, maybe the naive one here. Diana says something very true. She's very smart. She bought herself a car in Brazil because she was stressed. In reality, she knew she could help her family out by giving them something to do with the car. So now her sister uses it as a cab to make money for the family. Oh man, this is the textbook example of a midlife crisis. Wearing shirts that are too tight, driving a sports car, dating a girl half his age. He is a walking cliche. How about this? If you're in a relationship right now and you don't know the answers to those questions, just go and bring them up. Talk about them right after this. Be like, hey, Graham brought it up. Graham said that we should talk about this, so let's talk about it. What are you thinking on this? What's your credit score? Have a great conversation about it, and then afterwards, go and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Make sure to add me on Instagram and on the podcast, The Iced Coffee Hour. New episodes being posted every single Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, and till next time.